One thing about me is I'm a man of side hustles. I don't like working an actual job. So I have like a side hustle for like each expense in life. And depop is the one for rent. Depop is the perfect side hustle for anyone that is a hoarder of clothes. Because me, I'm 23 right now, on the precipice of turning 24 this November. And I have clothes in my closet that I have had since freshman year of high school, meaning we're coming up on nearly a decade. Most people don't keep their clothes that long. And I'm not talking like special clothes either, like leather shoes or leather goods. I'm talking H&M t-shirts that still say divided on the tag. Do you know how long it's been since they've had t-shirts with that kind of logo on it? But with me, if there's no tears, there's no damage, I'm gonna keep it forever. But now my problem with a lot of my clothes is I have gotten a lot bigger. I mean, like, hello. You know, I'm enormous. So ever since I got enormous, a lot of my clothes don't really fit me that well, or they kind of just fit me like a New York Dominican, you know, like the real tight, like, yeah, that's not the vibe that I'm going for. So if you got a lot of clothes, don't take them to the Salvation Army. Are you serious? There's plenty of people doing that shit. Go sell your shit, okay? Let's go get the best bang for your buck. That's if you're willing to hustle, because there are some catches with Depop, and we're gonna get into that right now. We're gonna talk about how I personally pay my rent with Depop, and then you will decide if this is something that is right for you to try out. So here are some things you need to keep in mind before starting Depop. You can technically sell anything on Depop, any brand, whatever, but it really just depends on the audience you're marketing it to. For example, my audience, right? I try to post luxury items that I'm trying to resell, like a Burberry handbag, a Gucci bag, stuff like that. None of the luxury items I've ever listed on Depop sold for a reasonable price. Depop is mostly looking for cheap items. I feel like it's a lot of young people on there. So like, you know, they're using their like Burger King paycheck to pay for shit. So don't go on here trying to sell, you know, some bag. Cause I remember I'd post my Depop on my Instagram stories, and then these people would slide up that I'm friends with in real life, and they're like, oh, do you think I could sell a Louis Vuitton bag on there? I'm like, yeah, maybe for $75, because that's all the money these bitches have. Take that shit to Poshmark, or better yet, take it to the Real, or maybe post it on your story. I don't know, but Depop is just, in my opinion, not the place to sell luxury goods. It's really a place to sell basic items that you could buy at a mall. You know what I mean? Stuff that's priced accordingly. And then pricing accordingly, keep in mind, you are reselling an item that you have already worn. Even if you haven't worn it yet, it's on Depop, you're not gonna get the same price. So if you have a $50 coat from Zara, don't go and post it on there for $45. I mean, you might get lucky, but no one's probably gonna buy it. And then that's something else to think about, you know, as a side hustle. Are you willing to go back and forth to the post office if you have one order that's like an $8 order? But for me, that's not a big deal, because the post office is walking distance to me. It's literally a block away, and I like to walk, so I don't give a damn. So anytime someone makes a purchase, if it's just one item, I'm going to the post office that same day. Don't give a damn. If you ship daily on Depop, it'll put a label by your account saying usually ships within 1 day. And that'll encourage people to buy more, because a lot of bitches are impatient. I mean, yeah, that's not even impatient. If you buy something, you want it ASAP. That's what I always hated about online shopping. I don't like waiting for shipping, and it's already gonna take like 3 to 5 business days from whenever you turn it into the post office. Mind you, you won't even have access to the money until it's shipped. So yeah, why procrastinate? Go sell that shit immediately. And then another thing is, a lot of people make like a full-time career out of Depop. Like they'll go to thrift stores, buy stuff to resell it for higher prices. You can do that, but I personally think to start off, don't go and buy stuff in bulk and then try to sell it. Try selling stuff you already have first. See what does well with the market you're reaching, because you're gonna promote Depop through all your social medias, right? Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever the hell you got, you need to post it, and not just once. I mean, like, you gotta talk about this shit every 2 days. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see like every 3 reels I'm talking about, come with me to the post office to ship my Depop order, or on my Instagram story, Snapchat story. You gotta promote like crazy. But don't think you need an audience to sell, because Depop does have a page where it's kind of like an explore page on Instagram, where they recommend items to you from people you don't follow. It's just based on the preferences you put into the app whenever you signed up. But yeah, just try selling your own stuff first before investing money into it. For me, I still have yet to invest $1 into Depop. Like, nothing I've sold on Depop, I bought solely to resell. Everything on my Depop is just currently me trying to sell my old stuff. And until I sell all that shit, I'm still not gonna make a trip to the thrift store and like, you know, start doing more with it. Cause I just have a lot of clothes. Like, I genuinely have sold nearly 300 items. I still have 150 items listed. That's like nearly 500 items of clothing. Mind you, I still have plenty of clothes where that came from. This is just the clothes I'm done with, you know? Okay, So step one on Depop, obviously make your account. I'm not gonna tell you how to do that. If you're too dumb to figure out how to do that, then you're gonna need to watch another video. All I'm gonna talk about in this video is how to make your listing the most appealing to make a sale, because sales equals how you're gonna pay rent. So for the majority of people on Depop, you'll see they take a picture of like a t-shirt on the floor, kind of like this. And that's how I initially started Depop years ago. And let me tell you, obviously that works for some people. For me, that never worked out. Like, I don't know, that just never appealed to my audience. And remember, the pictures are everything, especially because a lot of your sales are gonna come from that explore page on Depop. People are gonna scroll through. And if your picture is not appealing, like, you cannot half-ass this. This is what's getting their attention. It's not the words, it's not what they're searching. It is how your image looks. You have got to capture their attention. That was so gay. You gotta capture their attention. So I realized an easy way to do this is by modeling my own clothes. I personally think you guys should model your own clothes because one, that provides you with another line in your description. You can write down, for example, the model is 6 foot tall and 190 pounds for reference. So do with that what you will to understand how this article of clothing is going to fit on you. And then another positive is if you are like hot or if you have like a good body, you can like showcase it a little bit. Like for example, if I'm selling this shirt, the first picture is gonna be like me like this. Then the second picture will actually be the shirt, because this picture right here is gonna get you to click on it. Then you're gonna see the shirt, and then from there you're gonna be like, I don't give a damn about the shirt, I just want it because he wore it. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm like really not kidding. Simple things like that, you know, will help you sell your clothes. And I'm not even doing the most by doing that, because I'll show you my feed on Depop. I'm seeing full-on bulges, like prints. You can see the head of the penis. Bitches don't give a damn on there. A picture will make a sale. And that'll also help you gain followers on Depop, because, you know, even though people aren't buying shit, they're gonna follow you. Depop's gonna take note of that in the algorithm and be like, oh, hello, this person is attracting a lot of followers. Let's push them out more. So step one, I do think you should model your own clothes, but if you are incapable of doing that, try to make the picture as appealing as possible with the clearest background. Like, try to find a plain ass background. Do not confuse them, okay? Okay, next up is the caption. Because once you list an item, first thing you do, select the pictures. Second thing you do is caption it. So Depop has this option where it can AI generate a caption for you based on your pictures. I don't think you should do that. I think you should use AI though. I use ChatGPT. Let's say I'm trying to sell this shirt. I would go on ChatGPT, I would use the speak function, and then I would say, write me a Depop description with 5 hashtags, because that's the maximum, about a black graphic t-shirt with Selena on it, saying trust no bitch, size medium, mention that the model is 6 foot tall and 190 pounds, and then boom, it'll write you the description just like that. If you go to my Depop, it's at Christo. Every single caption you see was written by ChatGPT. ChatGPT will write a better description than you could ever possibly think of with your own mind. It'll incorporate emojis, it'll incorporate hashtags that you wouldn't even think of, but that does work for Depop. I'm telling you, do not waste your breath. This is how I could list like 20 items in one day. I remember back in the day before I knew what ChatGPT was, and I was listing items on Depop, I'm like, ugh, this is so grueling, you know, it's like writing every single caption. Bitch, you could post like 50 items in 1 hour with ChatGPT. I forgot to mention this, but obviously after you submit your pictures of whatever item you're selling, it's gonna ask you questions like brand, condition, blah, 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 blah. Just make sure that is all accurate, because at the end of the day, if you lie and say like, oh, this shirt's in good condition, but there's like a bleach stain on the back, they're gonna return your shit. And then guess what? You get no money and a waste of time, and you have to start all over again. And be very cautious, because whenever you sign up to Depop, let's say you write down your size right now is a size large, but you're selling a bunch of size small items. Even though you ask ChatGPT in the description to say, hey, write me a Depop description for a size small t-shirt, and then you paste that in the description, Depop will automatically fill these categories based on what description you wrote. But for some reason, sometimes the size will not match what you wrote in the description, even though it's clear as day. It'll just say whatever size you signed up to Depop with. So a lot of my shirts were listed as size XL, even though the description says size medium. So that would confuse some of my customers, or even worse, they would buy it expecting it to be a size XL because that's what Depop has it listed under. So people scrolling under XL size shit in particular find this shirt, don't even read the caption, and then boom, they buy it, and then they're like, this shit's too small, we're returning it. It's a whole process you don't want to go through. But yeah, guys, that's how I make my sales on Depop. If you guys would like more advice with Depop, let me know. I don't want to make this video too long. If you guys want some inspiration for Depop pictures or Depop descriptions to help you understand what to ask ChatGPT to write for you, check out my Depop. The username is at Christo. It's right here. Don't forget to follow me on all social media. Links to everything are down below. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.